Hello, going to do some tests right now. Let's see if everything is in order, and we'll proceed in no time. Let's see, change this. Okay, okay, I'm still doing tests. Okay, okay, it seems everything is in order. Just a few other little things, and we can while it logs in, and we'll just proceed. Uh, uh, Let me see if we're doing is right, because I feel like uh, uh, I feel like it's like the screen was wrong, but anyway, it's fine already. Last week we were searching for is that it was called? Um yeah, let's see. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also describes in detail how the smoke from the smoother flames was tinged a deep violet. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Mimitsu? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. I don't know why my mind always goes to pronounce beacon as bacon. Maybe because I'm hungry or something. And Master Alfino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it, it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay. So we have three objectives. I'll I'll do the three of them. So I have all the ether currents. Huh? I don't know if I should change job. No, I think I'm okay, I'm good. So need to kill 4? No, 3 more. Here's 1. Okay, that makes 2, and these 2 will make the last I need. I'm changing so I can fight against them at the same time. So first, and that's and I can just return. Okay, now I'll go north. I'll change it then, just in case, you know. Uh, I take the long path, maybe the path. If the train lets me, so I can have even more experience with maps. Okay, that's a large chunk of map. I think I can get a bit more. It's too out of the way to unlock this last one. But it's not that much experience, but it's serviceable. Now I have to go here. I can't remember. I think to be honest. And lot of people. We have to go inside here. What's this? A word of house for Tom wishes to enter the task visual. You're aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill himself in new and exciting ways. Pray go on ahead. Also, oh, I thought this was. I thought this was mandatory. Oh, really? I cannot even go inside us. How? Let me check it. I can't. No, I cannot. Well then. To the main quest while we wait, I suppose. But I was 100% sure that this was mandatory. It's been so long since I first did all of that I completely forgot. Oh well. In the meantime, it's can use holy colors. If I need two. And this is one of them. I'll change it to white mage because I fear I get the queue pops in and I cannot change jobs because I'm fighting one of these. Okay. That's everything. In the meantime, I suppose we can try at least to go back. It's not as a straight line as I first. Oh, never mind. We won't be. I suppose it's for the brat. The fearful does squeeze you. As a healer, this is awful. You don't have many tools. That it's usually available. It's not the worst, but at least the tank seems competent. We see the tank will not right there. And time to heal all time, but this tank seems competent, but maybe it's the time it's been since last tank I have to heal that for everything, so to be honest, I don't know why I stick so much to white mage, because I'm so stressed with the other healer job that I never pick them. I can only play white mage. I mean, I know I don't know the equivalence of the skills, but either way, people always forget about the key, but I sometimes do too. And this is probably one of the least favorite bosses I have, because if you become its target, you don't get to play them. Like myself, for example. How lovely. if at least it behaves so. See what I mean? It usually targets the same person. So you end up not playing the game. It's not difficult, no, it's super easy, but it's annoying. Simply so annoying. I was to pass this, but I remembered I don't have the key. I cannot. You know what I mean. I just cannot. Don't die me, don't die me. It's. This is one of the most difficult rules. Because of this. I think I made the take of the century there. Okay. I was out to ask, did we pick the key or was the last enemy? The last enemy. I forgot what I was talking about, so sorry about that. No, we stay here. No. Too soon, my friend. I like the capabilities of stunning from Holly, but it's a shame you don't have a regular AoE, you know? I mean, I would like to have Holly as a regular AoE, like in the other mainline Final Fantasy games. But I think then you are, even if it's like even 37 cooldown, you know, you make so you can have a little bit more control over what you do to attack and what you do to what you do to attack and what you do to interrupt enemies. This boss is a bit tricky because if you kill, you get aggro from the enemies. But with DPS, it's quite simple. The problem is if DPS don't do their jobs, if the tank doesn't pay attention to aggro changes, it can become a mess. I don't know if this ice because it doesn't move and you cannot deal with them. Yeah, another reason why this dungeon is trickier is because there is a lot of magic damage, and usually tanks, this part of the game, are more focused on physical defense, so they usually take more damage. And you as a healer have quite a bit more trouble. If we ignore the enemy that spawn there, you don't have to fight them. And this is another tricky zone because of frostbite. You keep receiving damage, and for a second I thought you also had less defense, but no, it seems it's just a dog. Oh, thanks for the... Oh yeah, I like... Oops, no, I won. Ah, look at this. Oh, yes. I like that. This is supposed to be Halone, but I think, or maybe not. Maybe it's one of the heroes. Either way, it's a statue, and this griffin doesn't like furniture. It's so rude. This is also a boss that is quite tricky, but it's not dangerous because of the whirling game. And you are seeing why. And you didn't. Was out of prison. Yes. I love this song. It's not the most epic one from the... Whoa, it's so good. I mean, you don't have to buy less so as a tank, but they didn't enter the zone. I didn't think it was possible. The first time I saw that. Oh. Anyway, it's almost funny. I'm going to do that. Technically, you can hide behind that to avoid damage or at least part of the damage. I do not recall the exact one, but and everyone left. Okay. And now that everyone left, I'm going to take my time to just proceed and read the notes. I have more than an hour to do so, so it will be not an inconvenience. Okay. Okay, before that, let me. I want to move my avatar a little bit here. Ah, that's good. Now, I think the first bit of lore was past this. First was. It's also nice to enjoy the architecture without the annoyance of I'm fighting enemies. Okay. To whoever reads this, if there is anyone left to read it, let it be known that I, Sir Pascal 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 Eret, or his name too. Pascal Leret Nortail, I don't know. This guy bore witness to Balamut's fall, the lesser moon's descent, the black doom which emerged from within, the flames which spread across the horizon, turning night to day. It shall haunt me for the rest of my days. It's the dawn of the seventh Umbrella era. According to some of the men, I told them to put no stock in the ravings of the prophetess, but even I do not know what to believe anymore. So it's a survivor from 1.0. The engineers are still surveying the damage, but anyone with eyes can tell that the dusk vigil is beyond repair. Some walls are hardly fit to be called as such, piles of crumbling masonry as they are. The officers have been pleading with Sir Euhelmeric, asking him to order a withdrawal. He knows our position is untenable, yet he refuses. We will hold it to the last, for we are the shields on the wall, the defenders of the Holy See, he says. He is a brave, pious man, less so we who serve under him. This is just telling how they had to abandon this at the last moment. Oh, there's a. I didn't know there's a treasure chest here. And I put that away. Oh, nice. I thought it was one of these torn journal pages. The men we rescued from the collapsed wing have not fared well, given our dwindling supplies and this seemingly endless blizzard. We may be forced to make difficult decisions soon. This unseasonable weather grows worse with every passing day, and the toll it has taken on morale is plain. We have yet to receive reinforcement from the Holy See, and I fear none shall come. Nevertheless, Sir Euhelmeric remains steadfast in his decision and will suffer no talk of the withdrawal. Sir Euhelmeric's steward tells me he passes hours in the chapel praying to the Fury for guidance, but I chanced to see him once as he knelt before the statue. His eyes were transfixed upon the jewel in its helm, and he was whispering things I dare not write. Oh, happened. But there is no note here. There is one. It's fine. It's like telling the story of the task visual. Sir Euhelmeric has taken me into his confidence. He says I am an honest man. I wish I were a brave one. The mutiny has been quelled. Among the starving half-mad knights were Sir Euhelmeric's most trusted officers. We wielded the axe. He wielded the axe himself. Oh. Sir Euhelmeric would receive me in the chapel afterwards. I told him he will not last a fortnight without food. He smiled and told me that the Fury has blessed us with a bounty of fresh meat, then returned to his prayers. I joined him. So they starved to death. And maybe those were another person. Maybe they were or attacking us to eat us, or just zombies. Oh, Helena, pray forgive your humble servant. For too long have I let fear rule my heart, and in my cowardice have I been party to unspeakable acts. I know now I shall never see my children again, nor would I want them to look upon their father's face and what it has become. I am outside her grace. So, at least, maybe, what's the boss? Maybe it was the boss? I don't know. Let me see. All the things within that thing. There's no way to see that. Is there a way to... No, 28? Okay, it was another one. I got scared for a second. So maybe it was the boss. I did not pay attention to how was he called, but interesting. I know there is a buffer here. Here. This one I knew. Oh, so you can get why it's not the other white, but it's a white die nonetheless. Oh, interesting. And here the enemies have disappeared. Because you don't fight them, they just despawn when you cross the boss, the last boss area. Interesting. Seems okay. We spawn here. Okay, nice. Very, very, very good. I did not expect to spawn halfway through, but I'm happy. I don't have to go the way back. Only part of it. Oh, well, you look at that. I was not even searching for them. Okay. Oh. For how to do it? Well, this also serves me to unlock the next white mage. The next white mage quest. Level 56. What do you have to say? I left this card on a mission of noble purpose, and now here I am scrambling for sticks in the snow. How can my hands be at once so numb yet so sore? It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alfino. It must have been a privilege upbringing. Have you the highest we need? The grizzly hide of a hindless, yeah. I don't know why it was relevant to remark that, but it's purple and good. Yeah.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Oh, nice.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
More neutral? Let's see.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
And tell us.
Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elizan is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue. as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
That seems evil.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
That sounds difficult. The churros. Oh, huh? What? Why? Oh, how? Mm. I mean, it's nice to recover
Is
all
aught amiss, my
power.
friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
So you're telling me we are just getting stronger. Okay. It's a weird way to reset strength and whatnot, yeah. Uh, I'll come back to you. I'm just have to deliver the quests. Ice cream in Italian, I think. Maybe with this, but the name is definitely ice cream in Italian. Emphasis on maybe because I don't know, I don't speak Italian. I'm gonna have to go back there. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any Lord King I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and again that if no one sees into those birds, they'll be nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I said you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. I do not care about the food, but I'm happy with the ether product. And you, I want to acknowledge you. Do you have it materially? I found a large round sapphire named after the icy blue king of the Furies army. Oh yeah, this was the thing that was in the statue. That the Griffin broke. And it also made everyone there crazy. Yes, there is no mistaking it. At last, it is ours once more. My parents presented this sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to you Helmeric on his. One day, they would do me same for their son. But for that disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what rot. He knew what we wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final insult, the final twisting of the night, was when my son took command at the dusk vigil and found the Eighth Wonder to be the centerpiece of the newly commissioned sculpture of the Fury. Oh, I see. It was not making them crazy. It was just surprised and infuriated. Okay. He couldn't prove it was the self-same one which had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more, no more. It is back with the family where it belongs. It is admittedly hollow comfort, yet in my waning years I must accept what little that can be had. It's quite a bittersweet ending, but you return the gem to the family, but the loss is already there. Quite messed up, to be honest. Could be worse. Could be worse. And now proceeding to a new area. Oh, nice. It is equally as large and poorly populated with either it's SD1. But what can we do, right? Let's see what you have to say. Be on your guard, warrior of light. With the mistress of the heretics as our guide, we may yet find that we are being led to our graves. Yeah, you will have to let your guard down. We journey to the homeland of dragons, Mimitsu. The scholar within me burns to see the sights I have but read about. As close the child within me, I confess. That's the child within me, I confess. Understandable. You are Mimitsu, yes? Pray address me as Isail, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light, but history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Chocobo Forest! Yeah, I know Chocobo Forest, but it's interesting that there is a Chocobo Forest and no one pays attention to it. Because you don't have anything to do in there. It's curious to have Chocobo enemies there. Oh, I think did something weird there. A new area! Oh, and a cutscene.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
It's a nice underrated area, this one. Wrong button, who cares? And who cares about you three? I want this ether current. Okay. One less to worry about. 4 more. Three more to go. And I'm almost there. I can almost fly, I suppose. This quest one is from MSQ. Then I'll just have to go wherever to find the last one. Do you sense them, Mimitsu? A gathering of dragons to the west. I sense them. This forest was mentioned in the pages of the New Origin Geography. Is this a National Geographic reference? As I recall, the author advised travelers to give the local chocobos a wide berth. According to her, they can be remarkably aggressive. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches, so Solmal is the path that interconnects. I see. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned? There is a village here, but I thought this land's the sole domain of Dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marcecham, is an acquaintance of mine. Being the gregarious sort, he will know how to welcome our arrival. And he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Yeah. Is it not right? And then the Chocobo Forest, I have to summon my Chocobo. Still on Christmas garden. Oh, whatever what it's called. Barden. Yeah, probably anything more. It's right. One less teleport to worry about. Okay. Now, where is the that's so cheap. Okay. Let's see why they have to say. Well, then my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, and it ain't the lovely sail. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marcel, and that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Solmal. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Whoop! I want to tell about how it became night in 1 second, but I pressed. I may click by accident. Of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderers of late. Forgive me, sir. I am not sure that I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Isel not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Telum trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you expect, the local wildlife is canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop easily here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Hmm. Maybe I'll do this. It's lots of 52. Nah. I went to high level here. Uh, uh, Rightly so. No, I'll accept this at least. I see you've been making the rounds getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how do you like to help a real hunter? I never seen three guns set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of him. Uh, it's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leon, no, Leonel, Generet, and Ember. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. I'll do so later. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, huh? Well, I'll tell you, the bloody not. They're what you might get if you're crossed an antling with a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for mounts in all directions. And they've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it would be closer to the Nats' home territory. So I have to you cannot. No, listen here, son. If you're set on heading west, you best keep your ears peeled for the angry flicks of Nat mandibles, or you'll find yourself staring into a sea. Did you kiss one of them palm trees on your way in? If it weren't for the protection of the spreading bout, you'd likely be resting in a dragon's belly about now. I have read widely of the world and its wonders, yet after taking but a few steps into the unknown, I am reminded how much I have still to discover. These hunters scrabble in the shadow of dragons for naught but the love of coin. Greed inspires courage and madness in equal measure, it seems. Yeah. Let's see. It doesn't seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nat were not want to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? Aye. It was in the time following the calamity. My father was dead, my home was home, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the path of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of peat bogs. That was when I chanced upon Wrestle Bear. They mentioned how it was pronounced before, but Hresbelgar, something like that. Hresbelgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not content with the sight of the majestic realm, nor the vision of the past. His presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Master Sam found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. And in told further, I remained for some time, gaining your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying this not were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile indeed. We were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then, or what appears. We have not the time to creep through the underbrush or on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for some out and crush any unruly insect in need underfoot. A more direct path then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Somao. Shall we? Yeah, technically we are in a rush. Technically, yeah. Let's see. So I can go down here, all the way up here, and maybe come back later, but for now, exit 1 too, because this is another ether current. Well, paint me yellow and call me a chocobo. What really sightseeing love you father? Huh? Sightseeing? I won't do that. Forgive me, I got carried away for a moment. I am Kester Ironheart, cousin of Millie, and an explorer of sorts, like most of my extended family. When I last spoke with Millie, she told me of an adventure with a keen taste of wanderlust. An adventure that I know now to be you. What say you lend me your lock for a moment? Don't worry, I won't need or anything. And you'll see that it's completely empty. There, and yes, there. That should do it, I reckon. It's no secret that this guard is home to some of the most remarkable sights in our realm. Mind you, I've not seen them all myself, but I certainly know where they might be found. And now, so do you. Thanks to the notes and rumors I've seen fit to jot down to your sightseeing log. Yes, scores of stunning vistas are just waiting to be discovered. Your legs will not carry you to all of them, though. Should you find a particular spot out of reach, you might consider taking to the skies atop the black feathered bear. Oh, but if I were to say more, I would be robbing you of the joy of discovering these spectacular views for yourself. What's it? My fellow explorer, and maybe this moment marked the beginning of a tour of wonder. I thought it was not either program. So one thing I was wondering about is if you use uh laptop without. Okay. I was wondering if you could fly without it would be broken, but it also makes sense. And also here is where we say goodbye. I'll do this quest next week. Um well that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this ride. We've seen a dungeon, we've seen a new area, a tiny bit of a new area. Yeah, we progressed quite a bit on the story. With that said, I hope you enjoy the ride and see you next Monday. Bye.